Best Bites Forever.
Hey everyone, it's Chef Alicia, and today I'm going to show you how to make chili mac. So the first thing that I'm going to do is prepare one family-sized box of the creamy style macaroni and cheese in some salted water. While that's cooking, in a separate pan, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil along with 3/4 of a cup of onion, 1 1/4 cups of green bell pepper, 3 cloves of garlic, and 1 tablespoon of fresh ricau or cilantro, and all of that is just kind of minced up together. Or you can use 2 cups of sofrito, which is actually what I'm using here. If you don't know how to make sofrito, then pop over to my sofrito video and learn how to do it, and then you'll know. So once this cooks down a little bit, I'm going to add 1 pound of ground beef. This beef is 93/7. You can also use a 90/10, and those numbers represent the fat ratio. So 90/10 would be 90% meat, 10% fat. This way I don't have to drain the grease off. I also added a teaspoon of salt and about 1/2 of a teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to stir that around so that the meat gets some nice flavor from the sofrito. Next I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of thyme along with 1 tablespoon of chili powder. And notice I did this after my ground beef was already browned, so make sure your beef is brown before you add those in, and then just give it a nice little stir so that everything is well coated with your thyme and with your chili powder. When you have everything nice and coated, then let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be 16 ounces of red kidney beans. I have already rinsed these and drained these really well, so make sure you do that too, please. Also add a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Stir those in just so that your beans and your tomatoes can start to get incorporated into the flavors, and also so that they can start to get warmed up in there. The next thing that I'm adding in is 10 to 12 ounces of frozen corn, just depending on the size bag that you buy. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to also stir this in and make sure that it gets warmed through so that nobody is biting into little cold corn chunks, because we're almost done cooking this already. So now, you remember that macaroni and cheese that I told you to make at the beginning? Well, it should be waiting for you, because here's mine waiting for me. And I'm going to go ahead and add that in and give it a nice little gentle folding, not really a stir, but a folding, because if you stir this, then you're very likely to tear up your little noodles, and if you tear them, then it's just not going to look as pretty. So we like to serve pretty food, so nice gentle folding, and you should end up with something like this. Once you plate it, it should look like this, and I topped mine with some green onions, and also sour cream is great with this. If you'd like this recipe, please visit my site, bestbitesforever.com. Thank you for watching, and happy cooking, everyone.
bestbitesforever.com